company?
Well, just to register a new company is very easy. It was astonishingly easy. I just went to the Gewerbeamt in Hannover, and 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, I had my company registered. So let's say that was an easy bit. But there was a time when I was thinking having an own company is a lot of work. So I was quite surprised how much it involves thinking about the corporate identity, getting a logo, getting the email addresses, and there's so much to think about, which is at the beginning just an idea for a business. It's ending up in a lot of administrational work and a lot of questions you have to answer yourself. So it's easy to found a company on the paper, but it's very difficult, or it's involving a lot of work to set up a whole company. Yes.
We wonder if someone wants to be independent, which qualifications does he or she need?
Well, that's a good question, because I would say that being self-employed is not a choice for everyone, because for some people it's easier to get work presented day by day in a big company with the safety of a big company concerning the money, the holidays, what do you do if you don't feel right, if you are sick or ill at home. You are getting advice, you get colleagues, you're like in a family. So this is the good part of being employed by a company or by a bigger company. Whereas when you're self-employed, you're just basically on your own, with all lights shining on you, and you have to do every decision yourself. You have to make work over hours. You cannot even complain to anyone because you're your own boss. So there's a lot of sides which are quite harsh, being the own boss. And on the other side, you can be really proud of what you're doing if your company runs, and you can have a very big influence on the atmosphere in your company for your employees, because now you're the boss and you can decide what feeling is inside the company. And which also is, of course, a lot of responsibility. You have also the responsibility of paying their wages, their money. So if the company is not running well, it's quite hard to find some sleep sometimes, especially in the beginning. So, what do you need to be self-employed? You need to be quite self-confident, I guess, and really have the will to work hard. Yeah.
So as I heard, you need a really good start and financial support at the beginning. And how do you get such a support and
Yeah, I mean, in my case, I was quite lucky, because with the working as this representative for this Italian company, I earned quite a lot of money. Well, I'm not a millionaire, but I got some money on my bank account to take the risk of buying a 3D printer, of creating a corporate identity, of having some, let's say, some financial background. If you're really not having anything, then it starts to get a bit harder. You need a good business plan. You need to reflect your business plan very carefully. You have to go to a bank and present this business plan. Usually the banks are quite critical towards your ideas, I can tell you. Even with my financial background, to get some more money from the bank was quite hard for me. So you need to have a really good understanding of what your business is going to be like. And of course there's also some
support?
There's some support coming from Hanover, from Lower Saxony, from Germany, from Europe, depending on what business you want to run. But there are some programs that you can look into, and they support you also with a credit which is quite cheap, for example, KfW. So there's some ways to fund money, or you can go to what's it called in internet?
Crowdfunding.
You can present your business idea on the internet, and there's people giving you money if they think. Crowdfunding. Thank you very much. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is also quite an idea nowadays to fund